Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to...
The winner is Mino, booked by the police, and ENHYPEN's Jungwon receives funeral wreaths. G-Drag. Yes, G-Drag. What is G-Drag?
Longtime K-pop fans were excited to see second-generation legends return. The performances at the SBS Gayo Daejeon left many disappointed. Overall, the award show had an impressive lineup consisting of names like aespa, audit, ITZY, G-Idol,
and everyone looked nice.
and many more. However, while these artists received an incredible amount of attention, it was nothing compared to the anticipation for acts like 21 and G-Dragon.
I can't like 21's outfits.
They returned to the SBS Gayo Daejeon stage after 10 years.
They could have done our girls
better
than
in 9 years.
Yeah, this is way better outfit right here.
Yeah.
Since the 2015 Mnet Mama. Despite their absence from the scene all these years, they still made an unforgettable return, opening with CL's fierce shout that set the tone for their performance. They delivered iconic tracks like Come Back Home, Fire, I Don't Care,
I feel like
and
the
I
color
Am the
palette
Best,
could have been
effortlessly
better.
owning the stage. Choosing to perform with live vocals backed by AR sounds, they turned the event into their own show, with each member showing that they were still the amazing performers everyone knew them to be. On the other hand, G-Dragon's performance initially excited netizens, but it didn't meet expectations. As the closing act, all eyes were on him, but many felt his vocals were unstable. His voice got lost in the AR sound, making it difficult to hear his live singing. Some fans also pointed out that he slurred his lyrics a few times, didn't sing most of the words in the song, and criticized his throat-scratching singing style, finding it uncomfortable. Comments on online forums said, "You call yourself a singer without singing, and he really can say he sang? He was just scratching his neck and yapping." However, a few people argued that the issue wasn't G-Dragon's performance, but rather problems with SBS. A commenter mentioned that G-Dragon had pulled out his in-ear monitor and said, "There's no sound coming out." He also seemed to have struggled with a mic that was too quiet, forcing him to shout into it, highlighting technical issues
that happens very often.
Yeah, people were saying that there has been a lot of issues with like the backtracks and SBS in the event, so it is possible, and I'm not sure.
And the artist gets the fall for that, you know?
What do you think of his performance? Let us know in the comments down below. Moving on to...
I know that one part of the performance was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So how was the sound quality for the pre-recorded?
Nah, pre-recorded was fire, but honestly, for me, pre-recorded part is what I like. That's why I was a little disappointed to find out that it was pre-recorded, because I felt like the power part was fire. The rest on the stage was okay. It wasn't like wow, but it wasn't bad. It was mediocre for me. So but I really like the pre-recording part. But considering it's pre-recorded, it's kind of.
I just thought he was having fun. He looked like he was having fun on the stage.
He did.
And you know, I'm saying give it some time. He's warming up.
Other news, 2 PM's Junho was reported to have been investigated for tax evasion. Earlier this week, it was reported that the Seoul Regional Tax Office carried out a special audit on Junho in September 2023, resulting in a large tax payment. It was also noted that Junho owns several properties. In response, on December 26th, JYP Entertainment shared that Junho was part of a tax investigation, which took place in September 2023. The investigation was carried out by the Seoul Regional Tax Office as part of a regular audit for artists. The agency stressed that there were no allegations of tax evasion in the case. They also clarified that, based on advice from his tax advisor, Junho filed his taxes correctly and paid extra due to differing views between his advisor and the tax authorities. They clarified that any tax discrepancies were due to differing opinions, not intentional omissions, and have been resolved. The agency also...
How can there be opinions on tax?
Yeah.
That's not something opinion-based.
What?
It's a fact.
It's your number.
It's you either know this much or that much. There's no like I think no. This is not up for discussion.
Unless they're saying like, oh, maybe he doesn't qualify for this loophole where you don't have to pay, and they say, oh, maybe you do have to pay.
But still, it's not an opinion. It's a fact. Like it's either you do qualify or not. This is not like when it comes to taxes, math. It's there's no opinions involved.
Highlighted Junho's consistent commitment to paying his taxes, noting that he has always fulfilled his tax duties without any issues since his debut. Due to the issue being reported as a big deal, many netizens were surprised to find out that it really wasn't. As a commenter best said it, "Okay, so he was audited over a year ago, nothing was found, no problems. This probably happens to a random selection of rich people every year, so it's an entire..."
Yeah, it happens to a lot of rich people. It's just when you're rich and famous, it makes the news. This is the famous part.
Normal procedure. Not sure why this is news. Many netizens were frustrated when media outlets continued to report the issue as if it were urgent, despite JYP clearly stating that it had already been resolved. Thankfully, it seems like this is the end of the situation. Even though the rumors about ENHYPEN's Jungwon and aespa's Winter being a couple turned out not to be true, he's still suffering the quote-unquote consequences of it. As you may know, at the beginning of December, a netizen claimed that they had seen the two on a date at a bar. Both companies and Jungwon denied the rumors, but some fans continue to harass Winter, and a section of ENHYPEN's fan fandom kept pressuring B-Lift Lab to remove Jungwon from the group. They have tried sending...
Remove him for why?
Is it jealousy?
Because he dated someone, even if he allegedly didn't, but even if he was, like, remove him from the group because he dated someone? What?
Oh, that's tough.
Protest trucks in front of the company asking for his immediate removal, but Jungwon walked right past them, showing these fans that he's unbothered with the whole thing. Fans have also created email templates demanding several actions, removing Jungwon from the group or putting him on an indefinite hiatus, confirming and apologizing for the relationship and addressing the thing.
He doesn't. The fans don't like Winter, or they don't like him for Winter.
They want him to apologize for dating her.
Or using, or maybe because sometimes some fan base don't like when other artists use someone else, their faves, as for clout. Because Winter, she's a popular girl, popular girl.
Yeah, but these are not Winter's fans; these are ENHYPEN's fans.
Maybe they feel like he shouldn't be dating Winter.
What say do they have to say who she
don't know. There's fans that says like, oh, you shouldn't date this person, or no, don't date this person. They try to put their hands into it.
What the fuck is
That's
wrong
crazy.
with people?
Fan provocation. They also want the company to publicly clarify the situation and apologize for generating negative attention on Chinese social media, which affected other group members. Unfortunately, it's not new for fans to react in these ways when dating rumors surface, but Jungwon's fans took it a notch further. Just recently, funeral wreaths showed up in front of HYBE's building, which was allegedly sent by Chinese fans. Messages in the wreaths said things like, "Is lying part of being in the entertainment?"
What does anything have to do with China? Why is this Chinese fan? What China has to do with this? And what's up with wreaths in Korea? Like, I don't get it.
Why wreaths?
Yeah, like, why wreaths? Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
industry now, and ENHYPEN is 6. Though netizens have been critical of Jungwon, especially following the dating rumors and smoking allegations, they also strongly disapprove of the trend of sending funeral wreaths as a protest against living people. Since the wreaths cost money, a lot of people can't wrap their heads around the fact that there are some fans who would spend their paychecks on things like this. Many also pointed out that the company should have taken action against the funeral wreaths, especially since they've become a concerning trend in South Korea and could be seen as a form of threat to the idol's life. As a commenter put it should be relatively easy for the company to ask the delivery service for info about the sender and sue them. It was also discovered that sending
just want to take the
protest
money.
is illegal, so it's strange that this is not a concern for the company. Winner's Mino has officially been booked by the police on suspicions of
I don't know if you can sue somebody for sending a wreath, though. That's kind of...
I wish death upon you, pretty much. That's what I
No,
get
but
from
is it... Okay, even that, you cannot sue for somebody for wishing death upon you. You just can't. I'm sorry. Like, it's not the right thing to do to wish death on, but you can't sue somebody for that. That's not grounds for lawsuit. Like, what? So people can't just say what they want to say now? You can't say something... Well...
Say what they want to say.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but you're not going to get sued for it. It's freedom of speech. Now,
well, they're
this
saying
is not,
that
they're not
this
slandering, though. Slander is different.
It seems to be like a threat to their life, because why would you send death wreaths to a living person?
Nah, you can't sue for that.
Violating the Military Service Act. The situation regarding Mino began on December 17th when dispatch...
Now, what you maybe HYBE or whoever the agency can do is issue like some sort of cease and desist to delivery company to do not leave wreaths there, and they don't do that, then sue the delivery company. That's different. That I think can somehow be arranged. But the sender?
Published a report alleging that he had manipulated the attendance records of military social service workers. Dispatch alleged that Mino frequently missed work after being transferred to the Mabo Residential Convenience Facility in March 2024, where he worked under his supervisor, Mr. L. Despite being assigned there, Mino was reportedly absent much of the time. Dispatch stated they visited the facility over 10 times between November and early December, but never saw him. The claims raised eyebrows further when the media outlet said that Mino took a...
Chilling at home? Just not working?
Just not at the facility, the work facility, at his home? He could be at his home?
No, he can. They're saying he wasn't working. He just basically used his fame status to kind of just... maybe his boss was like a fan or something.
So
and he's
where
like,
was he?
Okay,
So where was he? So where was he?
We don't know that. I'm just saying that's what a possibility is.
A 6-day trip to Hawaii in late October 2024 and then failed to resume work afterward. When asked about the allegations, YG Entertainment stated that Mino was fulfilling his duties and had received approval for the trip, but they refused to share specific details, citing personal privacy. Dispatch also...
What, take a vacation?
In the middle of service? Can others do that? That seems like special treatment.
I mean,
That doesn't look good.
How is service different than any other job, though?
No, because
if you get like a 2 weeks vacation for regular job, you should get 2 weeks vacation for service.
So the people who do the service in Korea, they are allowed like
2 weeks a year. I would think so. This is service. This is not prison. Like he's not in prison. This is a service. I thought you have to. Like let's get too.
I don't know. I cannot speak.
Well,
if you know, you know.
I don't know either. But like just thinking about it, military service is not prison sentence. Like we act a little bit like it's a prison sentence.
How come you never seen the others do a vacation then?
You probably do. They just don't talk about it.
Why? Why winter?
Because when he was in March or whatever, the dispatch went and they never see him, so they kind of started raising questions. The journalist that's raising questions. But I would, because military service is not a prison sentence.
I would think. For me, I think it's like. I don't know if it's like that is you can just pick up and just now go to do a vacation in another country.
I think so, like because this is 18-month service, right? If first 3 months, like the base training, whatever you do, okay, I understand you have to be on campus, do that. I get that, but once you get established to your post, it's just a regular job that you have to do.
I never heard of that.
I never thought about it, but in America, military people they get vacations. Why wouldn't they get in Korea?
For 18 months? I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you work in the military, it's a job. It's, like, it's not a prison. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we treat a lot of these, when they, idols have to go, we treat them a little bit like it's a prison time. He's going to be, like, in prison for 18 months. But it's not prison. Their life is semi-normal. They just don't, they can't do music, but, like, they go home to sleep in their own bed.
They go to their home?
I would think
I thought they stay at the camp.
For the first maybe a couple months of the base training, but once you get established to your post,
because then I feel like they would follow them every time,
them?
like like paparazzi follow them from their home. Oh look, so and so is reporting to their duty. Like I feel like we would see that. Yeah, I feel like we would see that.
Cause so when Sugar fell off the little scooter, wasn't he in service anyway? He went home. After work, he went to a bar, drank, and drove the scooter home, and he fell.
I didn't know he was doing service.
Well, he's in service right now, but we're talking about it right now.
Oh.
I would think he was in service.
I thought that was an event that happened a while ago, and
we're talking about it now for something that happened 2 years ago?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I had several conversations.
I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I think he was working. After work, he went to a bar, drank, and...
But I thought this was like him as a personal private citizen, not him on like...
Yes, he was off hours. He's a private citizen.
But still like under service, I feel like that would be like a bad charge.
Okay, so what, they discharge him? Good for him. He don't have to serve anymore.
No, that's not good.
Well, he's done with service. He gets dishonorable discharge. I don't know what to...
That's not good. That's not an achievement. Dishonorable discharge.
I'm not saying it's an achievement, but you don't have to serve no more. Like, I don't know.
Mr. L, to clarify the situation, on December 3rd, Mr. L claimed Mino was using vacation days.
There you go, his annual leave.
Wait. Can you go back? I didn't hear you talking.
Mr. L, to clarify the situation, on December 3rd, Mr. L claimed Mino was using vacation days, but had attended work regularly before.
Right, vacation days. They have vacation days. Like,
so how many vacation days did they get?
I don't know, but it would be like some sort of trivial number. 7 days, 14 days, 28 days. I don't know, but...
I don't know. I don't
know
how
many
days you get enough to just go to Hawaii.
He said he went for 6 days. If you combine the weekends, that's 4
Hawaii
business
from
days.
South Korea?
She literally said it was a 6-day trip. What are you shocked about? So 2 weekend days?
To go to South Korea to Hawaii. You didn't come back on time.
Why?
It's
probably like a 14-hour flight.
South Korea to Hawaii.
Yeah.
For a 6-day trip.
Yeah, what are you surprised about?
He didn't show back on time.
How do you know that?
Because just to travel from South Korea to Hawaii.
It's not that far from Hawaii.
14 hours. That's 1 day, right?
I don't know if it's 40. Hawaii is literally like in between South Korea and America.
Why you say 14 hours?
Well, I can look up right now because I don't know.
Look,
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Why are you so shocked?
You take 14 hours from South Korea to Hawaii. You get there. That's 1 day you lost. Now you have to recoup, re-energize. That's the 2nd day you lost.
9 hours, 36 minutes. Not even the whole fucking day.
Okay, that's different. You said 14 hours.
Because I don't know the travel time, but it's not that far from Hawaii from Korea. It's not that far.
But still, 9 hours to get there.
So what? You fly at night, you sleep. You fly back at night, you sleep.
Recover. ENHYPEN.
Whatever,
Okay.
okay.
I know it's not
I
bad.
don't know what
By
you're talking
December
about.
9th, Mr. L said Mino was hospitalized due to anxiety and other health concerns, but could not confirm the hospitalization details. Further allegations suggest irregular practices, with reports that Mino occasionally signed in briefly, smoked a cigarette, and left. Attendance records were unavailable as Mr. L cited privacy concerns, but some facility staff even stated they had never seen him. Dispatch suspects a possible agreement between Mino and Mr. L, as their observations found Mino consistently absent, while Mr. L frequently attributed his absence to vacations, sick days, or health issues, which raised concerns about accountability.
Oh,
After
vacation,
the report came out,
sick
YG
days.
immediately issued a response.
Yes, it's a regular job. It's not a... Why? We gotta stop acting like they're in prison.
Stating that it was difficult for them to confirm the details of Mino's service, but claimed that his medical leave was just an extension.
You know what they say? This is like when you go have a job and you go to work, they say don't use the restroom at work. Because if you're in the restroom, they're always going to think you're not working. You ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. Because then your
was
coworkers be like, I never see this so-and-so working. Maybe the people there, they don't like him. And they always try to say so-and-so is not working.
Well, yeah, the people could be jealous of his fame.
I think so.
You don't know.
Prior to his enlistment. As for his other leaves, the company said that they were in accordance with the regulations. The Mapo Resident Welfare Facility also said that everything had been in accordance with the regulations. Yet none of the statements did anything to calm netizens down, who were swarming online forums with criticism against Mino. Comments under posts said, he's living his life by eating up on the effort of others, and send him in active duty and make him serve again. Some people doubted Dispatch's reliability, speculating that the outlet might be spreading false information about Mino to damage his reputation.
Now, what we have learned about dispatches, they're pretty accurate though. So at least when that's what was being said when they released Min Hee Jin's text. So we have to keep the same energy, because we can't say, oh, Min Hee Jin's was accurate, but this is fake. So we have to kind of assume, if we assume that Min Hee Jin's stuff was real, this is also the investigation is now. Did people tell them the truth themselves? That's a separate story. We don't know, but I think they did their due diligence based on their history.
It seems to. Do you believe it though? Do you think it's possible he didn't take his time seriously?
I think the boss was a fan and he just let him off the hook.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty more common than you think. It's just this time the guy got caught. Is what it is.
And Winner, he's a solo artist.
No, Winner is a group. They got really does the song. Mino is the artist from Winner.
Possibly under outside influence or financial
Every time we always see
Mino
one
was
person representing, because when we saw maybe Baby Monster, we saw a person.
That was different person. That's not him.
Not him? Oh.
charged under intense scrutiny on December 23rd, especially after it was reported that he took a sick leave day on his last day of service. Whether the report was seen as credible or not.
No, I don't know why you would do that though. Last day of service, at least show.
At least show.
People will give you flowers or something. Come on.
Yeah.
That's just
So people can probably say goodbye to you. But then again, if he has a sick
snowballed in
day,
a matter
he's
of
gonna
days.
use
After
it.
Dispatch's report, there were rumors that he was dating actress Park Joo-yoon, which were taken with a grain of salt. However, the testimonies from witnesses of Mino's time in the military made netizens, both Korean and international, turn on him. Witnesses claimed that Mino rarely arrived on time, and even with a revised schedule, he often showed up late, stayed briefly, and spent most of that time playing games before leaving. Allegedly, he also ate at home because he was a celebrity, and at lunchtime, he would apparently show up around 5:50 p.m. and would leave at 6 p.m. Furthermore, it was claimed that he would come to work only 2 times a week or 2 to 3 workdays a month, and that he didn't wear his public service worker uniform. Following the allegations, a report was filed with the Seoul Mapo police station, calling for an investigation.
This is pretty strong allegations. Once again,
It's a lot.
since his dispatch, I'm inclined to believe it.
Into Mino, and the Seoul mayor even
Now,
ordered
because if this turns out to not be true, then we have to go back to Min Hee Jin's situation and reevaluate that.
a comprehensive review of social service agents sparked by the controversy. Then, on December 26th, it was officially announced by the Seoul Mapo police that Mino had been booked on December 23rd on suspicion of violating the Military Service Act. They stated that after their internal review, they concluded that some issues needed further clarification through law.
So he's
But-
been booked.
but
so
why
this is
booked?
legit. That means they have strong evidence if he's been booked.
But why book? Is he like a threat? He's gonna flee the country. He's gonna
No, booked, just arrested.
Yeah, but
And
he's
then
arrested.
he can get out on bail or whatever. But you have to get arrested first before you can get out.
So did he bail out?
I don't know if the bail system even works the same way in Korea.
Also said that if the claims of misconduct are proven, he could have his discharge canceled and may need to serve extra time for the missed period. While many netizens agreed with the decision, some expressed sympathy for Mino, believing he's...
Now, extra time for the missed period, I agree with. Because in yesterday's video, they said that, oh, he might have to reserve the whole sentence. Yeah, that is bullshit. But if he missed 6 months, like total, if you add up the days that he skipped to 6 months, I think it's fair he has to reserve 6 months, but you know, not the whole 18 months.
Why do you think it's bullshit 18 months? I think to teach him a lesson. I don't see that's far-fetched. You know, when you do a crime, they sometimes send a message to teach you a lesson. You see? You're going to start over again.
So you want... No, to me, it's the punishment has to equal the crime.
Yeah.
Right, so if the crime is 6 months, the punishment is 6 months. Now, if you want to say, make a statement out of him so others don't do it, okay. Fair enough. Some people do get the statements made out of them. Not every person, though.
They're gonna do that.
So I don't think it's right, but I can see that as a possibility.
Because you know, he really played with the system and had people spend their time to do this. They're gonna add a little extra.
He did play.
Struggling and hoping the person who filed the complaint gets penalized for wasting police resources. As of December 26th, neither YG nor Mino have commented on the situation.
And Mr. L may lose his job. Wow, that's a very interesting situation. That's the first. Yeah. So we'll stay at.
First for us, you know, since we've been reacting, maybe other idols have done something like that.
I wonder what happened with other idols. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And always, share as much kindness as possible.